here to speak about the cell tower that went up on the Copperidge campus.
Please speak into the microphone.
I'm sorry.
Thank you.
I'm the health concerns of the cell tower that went up on our children's school, which is Copper Ridge. I'd like to also say that it is not near our children's school. It is not at a far out spot on the baseball field. It is directly up against the school. We did sit and listen yesterday to Sprint's analyst who assured us that this radiation is safe and will not affect our children. And I'm sure you know that for every study that they have, we have a study that states differently. I could go through them, they're pages and pages, but I know our time is limited. I'm just gonna say that on May 31st, 2011, the World Health Organization classified cell tower radiation as a class 2B carcinogen, putting it in the same category as lead and DDT. 2 weeks later, Scottsdale Unified School District signed a contract with Sprint. Clearly, there is no way to know if there is a danger. There are countries that believe there is a danger and they are not permitting cell towers near schools. There are cities such as Los Angeles that are not permitting cell towers within 1,000 feet of schools because it is still unknown and the risk is just not worth it. And my question is, the board, when you consider this, and I do thank you for halting construction while you do consider it, but when you do consider it, I want to know if you're willing to swear on our children's lives that this is wrong and Sprint's data is correct. I'm not willing to take that risk. I don't want every time my daughter comes home with a headache or a stomach ache or a dizzy, I think, isn't that tower, is something making her sick. I know when I was growing up, it was asbestos, it was lead, it was these things we didn't know about that we think back now and say how that was in our schools. 20 years ago, you could drive around without a seatbelt. We didn't think much of it. 10 years ago, you could smoke in a restaurant right next to somebody. Not much farther than that, you could smoke on an airplane next to somebody. And I think we all look back and say, can you believe we drove without seatbelts? Or we let people smoke right next to us? And I just don't want to say 20 years from now, do you believe we allowed our children to go to school with a cell tower right up against the wall? Thank you.